My sister-in-law expected my husband and me to pay for her honeymoon because we could easily afford it. I laughed hysterically, said no, and watched her wedding unravel into chaos from cupcake theft to lost photos. My husband's youngest brother, Jim, recently married in June to his girlfriend of 6 years, Kathy. They had a long engagement of 2 years, as there was a 6-year gap, and my in-laws were worried about Kathy's lack of maturity. I have been with my husband Tim for 14 years. We have 2 kids, 13 boy, and a 9 girl. Both kids love Kathy and Jim. Once they became engaged, I offered to help with whatever for the wedding out of kindness. I was thinking more of a formality with helping with DIY projects, etc. As Kathy and Jim would have a low budget for the wedding, I figured maybe my husband and I could give them something nice for their house. She and my mill called me in May, asked for my son, daughter, and husband to be in the wedding party. No big deal except, they had to wear a specific color. I was irritated as getting this color from David's Bridal was going to be expensive. Thankfully I found a flower girl's dress from Amazon that was almost the same color. The ties were exclusive from DB, so we paid $30 extra to get them in 5 weeks. On the call, she also mentioned that my husband and I to pay for their honeymoon, as we could easily afford it, and we wouldn't have to get them another gift. So naturally I asked, where do you plan on going for your honeymoon? She said Sandals Resorts. Now I had heard of these, seen the commercials, and knew in my gut this was going to be very expensive. So I asked how much the sandals cost. She said $5,600. She went on about how much it would cement the union, how Jim needed a break from work, and again, we could afford it. I had an out-of-body experience. I laughed like a hyena. Hysterically laughed while she remained silent on the phone. Realizing she was serious, I told her not. We would not be funding her entire honeymoon. Heck, my hubby and I never had a honeymoon like that. She proceeded to cry and say I was going to ruin her vision for her wedding, didn't care about her, and hung up. I told my husband later, for him to call his brother and tell him WTF. He just said Kathy was planning everything, so he didn't know what was going on. The day before the wedding was a nightmare as well. The day of my kids ended up getting chiggers from being out in the random woods. She yelled at those that didn't contribute to her honeymoon fund, and her kid sister ate 26 of the 45 cupcakes for the reception. And cherry on top, her photographer lost her wedding photos.